Now these fingers here, my right fingers point back towards me. Get my left hand on there, just push my right thumb in the middle and just squeeze there a bit, and you'll get that shape. The idea of having my fingers come back towards me is that it gets in underneath, and you can squeeze against that thumb. So you've got somewhere really quite resolved at the bottom that you can start from. Okay, so that's the second move. And the third and final move on a small bowl, in this particular one anyway, is I use my left hand like a duck spill. You'll hear me talk about this quite a bit, using your hand like a duck spill or a cocky beak, just so you can kind of remember. The duck spills where you're just squeezing like that. That goes right in front of you. I like to put my little finger on the outside there. Now, on top of that, this is the hand. This is going to pinch and squeeze the bowl up. And as the bowl rises up, the only bit I won't have control of with my left hand is the rim. So as it rises up, I'm just going to have the web of one of my fingers. So I like to use the web of the middle finger there. It just rests gently on top of the whole thing, so that when it rises up, I get down there with my thumb, pinch against my fingers. When it rises up, the web of my right hand there just keeps it under control. From here on, everything you do is very, very, very gentle, because you've got your clays up there. And you see why I don't like to have the balls of clay too big, because you want to be able to reach to just with your hand. If the balls are too big, then it gets too big and you can't reach all the way to the bottom of that hand. So. Water out. That's gone a bit. Now get them off. Just use the cutting wire now. Two ways to get it off. Sometimes you may need to flood them off, which means you get a bit of water and put it on the wheel head there. Get the cutting wire and you hold the cutting wire tight between those thumbs so you can push it down hard against the wheel head. That through. If you're flooding it off, you've got to pull it through a couple of times, and it should be able to. Then you quickly push it so that it's still not. See how it's sliding around? You can slide it off onto your hand and then slide it off onto a board. Don't worry if it goes out of shape. As soon as it hits the board, it takes its shape again. Only problem is that now you've got water on your wheel head, which is not the end of the world, but you've just got to get that water off. And I just tend to use the back of my thumb from the very middle and just come back a bit so that prepares that wheel head for the next ball of clay. Which you put on right in the middle. Get a tip of one of your fingers on the right hand to seal that ball of clay on. Sit yourself in nice and close, up at this height. Like I said, you may have to put a brick. This is a lower wheel, so don't have to. These higher ones, sometimes you need to put a brick under your left foot, so you can get that knee up there, which gives you all this to work with. Lean over, jam your elbow in there, so the palm of your hand is up nice and tight. Make a box out of your left hand. Your thumb flat across the top. Just move your wrist around in front of you and don't look at it. Just hold that there till it's centered. Once you've got the hang of that, feel free just to use your right hand as well. Makes it quicker. Just gives you an extra point that can come in there. Get your left hand on the side, get your right thumb out, point your fingers back towards you and push that right thumbnail straight down the middle. hold that steady for a second and then slowly let go. More on there. Now, using your left hand like a duck's bill. It's all about that thumb getting underneath and squeezing up against those fingers and drawing the clay up. And on top of that, to control the rim when it rises up, just use the web of my right finger. Stay at the bottom, pinch with my thumb, the finger of the left hand that comes up. Then just very gently with your fingertips on the inside, you go right down to the very bottom in the middle. Push quite hard down in there because you've got the support of this wheel head underneath it. So right in the middle there, you can push quite firmly to get the right shape. But as soon as you leave the support of the wheel head, the clay that's up in the air just moves incredibly easy, and you'll find it'll spread really fast if you bring that same pressure up the wall. So you treat the wall very, very gently, sort of hardly even touch it at all. There till you feel like you've got just a nice curve on the inside. Hold the line nice and tight. Pull it through there. Now you can just kind of lift these up as well. So I haven't used water, I'm just lifting it up with my fingers. There's on there. Now I don't have to clear the wheel head off, it's got a nice sticky bit of clay on there, so I can just get this ball of clay and straight on top. Seal it on with your fingertip. Get yourself in nice and close, make a box out of your left hand with your thumb flat across the top. And don't look at it. It's the hardest thing to remember is to not look at it. Particularly if you're starting or you find yourself you've been centering another way. This is just the first thing you need to do, and then we build on that. Thumb flat across the top. Leave the left hand there. Get the right thumb out. Hold the thumb right in the middle and push down. Between those fingers. Slowly let go. Left hand like a duck's bill, web of my right finger sitting just on top, pinch at the bottom, and then just hold that pinch and bring it up towards itself. Let it spread out a bit, it's a bowl. Of course there's lots of different designs of bowls. What we're doing at the start is obviously just a really super basic bowl shape. I'm not even going to talk about finishing or anything at the moment, we just want to get you off to a good start. Fingers down the inside, get yourself a nice curve. Pull it off. Pull it off. That's what you should be doing anyway. I just need a couple of bowls so I can show you how to turn tomorrow. Seal it on. So once you get the hang of it, you just start going faster and faster. Get it centred. And in there. On top. In the middle. Duck bill with the left hand, pinching up into the web of the finger on the right. Excellent shape. Water out. And so forth. So hopefully a lot of that will stick. Neil and I will be around constantly at the start. A couple of people don't have to worry about so much, but we'll be around to just make sure we get those first basics right. That kind of takes us up till lunchish and a bit after lunch. And then we might jump on the wheel this afternoon and just show you how to make a bigger bowl. Once the clay gets a bit bigger, you need another technique to sort of get down and get a hold of the clay when you can't reach it with your duck.